Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and today I get to sit down with James Vincent and we're going to talk about the makeup show Berlin, and we're going to give you guys information for those of you guys there in Berlin on what to expect about the makeup show. And there's also going to be a surprise for 100 of you. 100 of you guys might be able to join me on Bloggers Night, so keep watching.
Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin. Stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So joining me today is James Vincent, of course, and we're going to talk about the makeup show Berlin. How exciting is this?
Very exciting. It's our first international show. It's the first makeup show in Europe, and it's really the first time that people are getting this very pro education driven, artistry driven type of event, and everyone is so excited about it.
And I know in the past we've only done makeup show in the US, so this is actually the first time we're going outside the US,
Yes,
right?
yeah, this is our first foray outside of the US, and it's a very different way of thinking about makeup and makeup education. So I think people are really excited that we're going there with such amazing brands and such amazing educators and people like you who, you know, have an international following and are really known for the amount of information and education they bring.
Okay, now a lot of my following, especially in Europe and Germany, of course, a lot of you guys probably just either read about the makeup show or watched, you know, kind of clips and highlights of the makeup show on YouTube or something like that.
Yes.
So can you explain to them what really the makeup show is about?
Well, the makeup show is now in its 6th year. We are the largest pro makeup event that happens in New York, with over 6,500 makeup artists through the door, over 120 brands coming together to offer discount to professionals. But really what it is about, for me, is the community that it builds, the networks that it builds, and the amount of education and the ability to meet your icons. In New York, we have artists like Billy B and Sam Fine and Joanna Schlipp, and the list goes on and on. And we continue that with Europe. We're bringing in brands that have never been there.
Oh.
We're offering discounts to artists that they've never been eligible for.
Oh, wow.
And we're bringing education with people like Danny Sands,
Yeah.
Ray Morris, Michael DeVellis, Lonnie Bauer, Corin Zander, Danny Fonseca, and John Hennessy, and just the list goes on and on. We have so many artists coming in just for the show, just to educate, and it really is an international show. We have artists from all over the world coming in to educate, and artists from all over the world coming in to participate in the show as attendees. So
That's
it's really
awesome. I'm so excited just because it's going to be in Berlin and it's going to be with you guys. And you're right about networking and stuff like that. It's a big community, but it's like small enough that we know each other, and that's how you get to relate and network.
I think it really is, and it's a very different way of thinking about a show. I think so many of the Europeans or so many people in London are used to shows that are packed and crowded, and you don't have the time to meet the people in the booth. And what we're bringing in the booth are the creators of the lines, the executives, the international artists. You're meeting the people that are developing the techniques, that are setting the trends, that are developing the product and giving the tips that you're seeing on YouTube or in the magazines or on the runway. And it's a very real way of looking at the makeup industry, as well as dealing with some of the major topics that they're dealing with right now in Europe, like HD being introduced in Germany. And high definition is scaring artists in Germany the way that Americans were terrified of it a few years ago. So we're able to go over there and kind of bring the information that we have and just kind of build this international networking. And I think you've been such a vital part of that with what you do on YouTube and kind of reaching out across state and country lines and continents to bring people together, and hopefully that's what we'll do with this show.
Yes, definitely. And I know many of you guys there in Germany is coming, right? So now what do we have in the schedule the weekend of? That's what I'm excited about.
Well, for me, the schedule is pretty packed. I actually will be in Germany for a week before the show,
Oh, wow.
doing events, meeting artists, meeting editors, and then the event kicks off on the Friday night, the 16th, with a pro and press social.
Oh.
A networking event and gallery event that we'll be doing to feature the artists and their brands and just kind of have some cocktails and get to know each other in a more relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah.
The show opens on Saturday and Sunday. It's a weekend show in Europe, and we have 100 brands there, all selling makeup at discounted prices. The education kicks off with Michael DeVellis, who will be talking about the business of makeup and kind of how you can market yourself and develop yourself with new social media and things like that. We have Lonnie Bauer, who is based in Hamburg, in Italy, and New York, an international artist and beauty editor whose work is fantastic, who will be kind of exploring the artistry end of things.
Awesome.
We have Danny Sands, who will be looking at HD makeup and aquacolor and kind of how developing all of your makeup for high intensity allows for any occasion.
Yes.
Which I think a lot of artists need. Even if you're dealing with bridal, you're dealing with the most intense situations, and you've got to keep that in mind. We also have a forum called Working in Europe, which is great for artists all over the world who want to get to know the agents, the editors, and the people that are really making decisions in Europe. Second day of the show, we've got keynotes and forums. Bernard Klingmeier will be talking about high definition and kind of going through the science and art of high definition, which I think is important.
Oh, wow.
We have Ray Morris, who is a celebrity makeup artist I know you're friends with from Australia, who's launching her new brush line. Which we're really excited about. And we have seminars throughout the day. All of these are free. All of these are open to anyone who comes to the show, and with artists like Val Hernandez and Danny Fonseca and Orlando Santiago, Corin. We have, I think there's over 50 seminars right now, so I can't name them all off the top of my head.
I was looking at the schedule, it's like, whoa, it just like exploded, didn't it? And now I'm doing a couple of sessions, and
I keep adding more.
I know, which is great. That makes it fun though.
Yeah.
And I think, Berlin's going to love that. Now, as far as the brands that are going to be there, can you just name a few of what people should look for?
We have our usuals. We have our big sponsors, Makeup Forever. Tem2, Inglot is there. They're very big in Europe, and they're a big supporter of the show. We have Crown Brush is going to be with us. I know you're there educating for them. And again, they're part of everything we do with the makeup show. We also have brands like Mask Berlin and Jack's Beauty, who are based in Berlin and who are working out that way. We have Ket Cosmetics and Obsessive Compulsive, two of my favorite independent lines from the US who are part of a lot of what we do. We have different brands coming in from all over the world, Mayron, Kryolan, just for pro, for prestige, for the mass, there's a little bit of everything there. And we also have the beauty wholesalers and retailers like Friends Beauty and Al Cohn, who will be there offering a bit of everything. Maurice Stein will be there with Cinema Secrets.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's really big in Germany. People are very excited about that. And he will be there kind of revealing some of his secrets.
Cool.
It's a really exciting show, and I think because it is a first year, it has a sense of excitement that maybe we don't see now, a little as jaded New Yorkers and LA locals. It's hard to muster that excitement sometimes. So I'm really excited to go back to the basics here and to bring in people like Anat Don, who has won the World Body Painting Festival, I think 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
She'll be there with us painting. It's just a list of who's who of artists from all over Europe and the UK. Victoria from Charles Fox will be there with us, who's one of my favorite people. We've got brands like London Brush Company representing the UK. We've got brands like Vimua representing Italy. We've got Kryolan representing Germany. We've got Israeli artists and brands. We've got Australian artists and brands. The American artists and brands. French artists and brands. It's really an international show.
It's international. It's very international and global.
It is. It's a global.
It's
a global show. We have no one from Antarctica at this point, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, we better find somebody that
I'm sure
it's coming up soon.
I'm sure there's a makeup artist there somewhere.
I know, right? And I know that HD is going to be the topic, and I know I'm doing kind of like a body paint demo as well over the Crown booth, and I'm kind of incorporating 3D, high definition, and chroma depth into this technology because that's something that people in Berlin has not really seen a lot of.
And it's really that thing like we had in the United States a few years ago where people were afraid of the unknown. And I think what we're doing there is bringing in artists like you who can understand the fundamentals and the foundations of the technology, but then can speak to the artistry as well. And I think that's really where the concern lies. And whether you're a bridal-based makeup artist, or whether you're still in school and a student in cosmetology, or whether you're really pushing your career to the next level in beauty, fashion, editorial, effects, whatever it is, the show is really touching on all of that.
That's awesome.
It's funny because I think a lot of people look and they see our show more as a beauty show, and it really is artists from all over the industry. And it really, I think, the European show, because we don't have that reputation for being beauty focused, it really is opening us up more to the FX community as well. And I find that really exciting because we do in all of our shows include FX, and it's I jokingly say it's a monster free show. You don't see monsters walking around our show, but we do always include people like V. Neil who deal with FX on every level, and it's part of what we do. So we have a big FX community that will be there as well, and even dealing with how do effects differ in high definition. And I think that's kind of, because I really am only beauty and fashion and I do light effects, but it's not where I make my money. So it's exciting for me to see that.
Yeah, me too, of course, just because you get to see all the angles of the artistry within one roof. And a lot of people, a lot of artists that's attending is going to have the chance to really look at each angle and learn from it, right?
It's definitely a show about learning, and myself included. Even just going through the schools, I've been back and forth to Europe, and I've worked there for years. I've lived in Italy, I've lived in Ireland and England, and I've worked in Germany for a while. And I always find it very exciting because the techniques tend to be very different than what I'm doing in New York, and it's really exciting to kind of have that sharing going on and looking at how makeup has developed in that country for their mediums, which might be different techniques than what we use in the US. And I love that. I love to learn. I love finding new products and new ways of applying them. So
absolutely. And that's kind of like room for us, who's already seasoned pros. There's always room for other techniques where technology and makeup changes much like computer, and we adapt to it.
We do.
Whether we're here in the States or there in Europe, and this is an opportunity for us to catch up with different ways of doing it, whether you're one country or the other.
Yeah, and keeping yourself educated. There are so many makeup artists out there now. It's not like even when I started 15 years ago, that everyone can do makeup. And you've got to find ways, I think, to separate yourself sometimes. And for me, education and understanding are really important ways to separate yourself and to say, I know all of the product. I know what's coming next. I know where we are now.
Absolutely.
And I think this is a fun way to kind of see that.
It is. Now, for our Berlin followers, where can they find out more information about the show, tickets, and all of that?
We have tickets online now. If you go to themakeupshow.com, all of the that is included. It's a first-year show, so it's a very affordable price. I believe it's 25 euros.
Oh, wow.
And with the first 100 tickets that are sold in the next few days, because I'm sitting here with you, we're also offering an invitation to the gallery event that is only open to the press and blog community right now, and the artists that will be there. So it's a really exciting way. If you want to attend the show, if you want to take the time and get to know Koren away from the craziness of the show, get online now, get your ticket. We also have hands-on workshops, which are an additional price. They're 100 euros per workshop, and with the hands-on, you get to do makeup in very small environments, limited 12 to 20 people, with artists like John Hennessy or Orlando Santiago. We have Eugenia Weston.
Oh, wow.
We're doing a master brow workshop.
Yes,
definitely. If you have the opportunity, she is one of the most beautiful artists in the industry, inside and out, and it will change the way that you look at eyebrows. And we have something for everybody. Whether you're a beginning makeup artist or a master, there's something there for you. So check it out. It's themakeupshow.com, and tickets are available now.
Yeah, and remember, the first 100 gets to go to the press /blogger.
And if you're concerned you're not going to make it in, dropping Koren's name always gets a little extra for me. So get online, get your tickets, get your invites to the show, and come out and meet us there. We're pretty friendly in person as well.
Yeah, we are. And also, my popular finger palette is going to be available in Berlin, guys, so look for that. I'm going to give you guys more information. So thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait for Berlin.
A few weeks.
Yeah.
One more month and we'll be there.
And James and I are going to see you in Berlin. See you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.